go with 8 and don't want to do the podcast.
I'm gonna be honest. I've already talked myself out of it. I'm not gonna lie. It's too late mentally. My buddies are already gonna be coming over.
I know. It's just. I apologize. It frustrates me.
No, don't apologize, bro. No, I get it. No, like I said, you don't have to apologize for anything. It's not you. No, I 100% get it. Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't work. But fuck it. Yeah, can't you hear? You're not talking to the mic yet. You're fine. I literally just started it up.
Yeah, fuck.
No, I was able to edit the episode last week, so it's cool. Remember how last week we were talking about some shit we weren't supposed to be talking about? I'm not gonna bring it back up again. Yes, because now we're live. Oh, bad taco farts. I thought you said that talking or something like that.
No, I said if I got bad taco farts, I apologize.
No, you're good. But I had the same food as you, bro. I'm just...
No, but I mean, like, I hadn't, like, eaten anything all day.
I didn't either.
I forgot my fucking lunch and my fucking Chewy bars.
Blew it, bro.
I blew it! But I had a couple Cliff bars from the bakery. That's goddamn good talk.
Oh, I smell takeover.
Do you want to talk about Takeover as well?
Yes.
This whole episode was to talk about Takeover and then tonight's prediction.
We'll talk Takeover for just a little bit, and then we'll go through predictions quickly.
Sure. I'm not gonna lie, I like.
Oh yeah.
But have you played it?
No.
I really like the last one, and this one's not that great either. But then again, that's from one person's opinion.
I haven't heard a lot of good things about it.
I mean, dude, the day it came out, already on Facebook, there was a blooper reel of all the glitches that are.
That's every video.
These ones were even like these ones are exceptionally bad. Be like no one.
All right.
Like Ray, like Dean. Mr. Corey Graves and their fucking Kickstarters. Whoa, shucky ducky. Wait, they started the pre-show at 5? Why wouldn't it be at 6? There's a 2-hour
pre-show. They have 3 matches in the pre-show. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are on the fucking pre-show.
You're fucking joking, right?
No, that's why I want to watch the pre-show.
Fucking dogs got fucking papers over the line.
Some bullshit. All right, let me just get the actual.
Wait, what are the fucking matches? I had to hit you. Sorry.
The Cruiserweight title match, Matt Hardy versus Elias, and then the tag team match. I don't know who they're saying.
Oh my god, dude! When did they announce that? I didn't even know.
I didn't find out till I looked at the card right before.
Bunch of bullshit. Well, I'm glad you got it on the background. Did we miss the Cruiserweight title match?
No. This is the first match of the night.
Why can't Matt Hardy be broken? This is bullshit.
Probably legal reasons.
I think at this point, though, but like Impact's pretty much dead.
Wait, what do you mean?
They should let Matt Hardy do it. But why can he still be woken? Fucking woken.
Let me check some real quick.
Go for it, Bronson. Who wants to walk with Elias?
We're good. All right. It said the stream went off live for a second, so I was like, what the fuck? I just want to make sure that wasn't true. All right. Well, are you ready? Because I'll just play the intro. We can just go
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
Hello, all you listeners out there. This is the Phenomenal Podcast with your hosts, Tony Musolino and Drake Duncan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the eve of Survivor Series. It is literally the pre-show is happening right now. Elias Sampson is the ring, but we are here live with the 27th episode of the Phenomenal Podcast. I am your host, Anthony Musolino, and of course, as always, I don't even think.
What's my fucking name?
I don't even think I need to say it.
Say my name. Say my name, Tony. Say my name.
Well, I hope you enjoy your infamy, Mr. Drake Duncan. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling good now that you said my name.
Oh, man. And speaking of saying my name, let's just get right into it because NXT TakeOver last night legitimately might have been one of the best pay-per-views WWE's put on in a very, very long time.
Very good.
I'm saying from top to bottom, from Lars versus Chris Hero, which we'll get into in a second. We'll start with that in a second.
Good, I call him Hero too.
To the main event. Every match on this card was great, but let's start with that match that you brought up a second ago, because I want to start with that one, because that might have been match of the night. If Wargames didn't happen...
Maybe even one of the match of the year.
Honestly, like, I'm not even joking. If Wargames didn't happen that same night, we would be talking a lot more about Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream.
Remember when he was Patrick on Tough Enough?
Yes.
Velveteen Dream, that is. He was one of the only ones that I thought was actually worthy and worth a WWE contract. But
yeah,
because... And they're probably kicking themselves for this. If they do ever decide to bring back Tough Enough, they probably won't have the WWE Universe cast the votes again.
No,
because they fucked up. Remember that one girl at the girl that won, that stupid smut? What was her name?
What was that one? Mandy Rose is still. She's from Tough Enough.
Yeah,
she's still in
but the people that won sucked. Especially the chick. I don't even remember her name because she was so relevant. They need to
which one? Not Sarah Lee, the other one, right?
Yeah, Sarah Lee.
Because the one that slut shaved Sarah Lee, she's still in WWE. And she's actually doing pretty good right now. I don't think she's been on TV.
The one that what, Sarah Lee?
That slut shamed her.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I heard that Sarah Lee fucked Buddy Murphy. Not Buddy Murphy.
Yeah, she's having her kid.
Wesley Blake.
Yeah, she's having his kid.
Dude, but it's funny because now you know that what's her name was true.
Oh, she was 100% right.
Who was the blonde?
She's Mandy Rose now in NXT.
Yeah, Mandy Rose. So yeah, but Patrick was one of the only ones that I liked, and I thought that he deserved it. And fast forward 2 years later, here he is, his Velveteen Dream, and I thought his character was like entertaining, but I'm like, oh, it's kind of like a Lando Jordan ripoff a little bit.
I'll be honest.
That's what I thought. But then last night he proved himself.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. When that character first debuted on NXT television, I didn't like it. I really was like,
I didn't either.
I feel like this is like Prince.
Me too.
And then
you remember Orlando Jordan when he acted kind of gay?
Yes, and then you know what? Even at first I saw it, but I really saw it last night. Lot of influence from Rick Rude.
Yes,
a lot of Rick Rude
with the hip gyrating, and also the pants with the face on it.
That was great. That was 100% great because here's the thing.
You can tell he's a fucking fan of professional wrestling.
Yes, and people said, "Oh man, he stole Rick Rude stuff." Everything in wrestling stole.
Those people.
Everything in wrestling
need to taste slapped out of them.
So you know what? Fuck it. In the match, like I said, the match was incredible. The first 5 minutes where they barely wrestled and they were just doing like storyline stuff was so good.
It was very good.
Where Aleister sits down, then Velveteen sits down, then Aleister like rolls up like Velveteen Dream, he gets up in his face. That was beautiful.
And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see much of Velveteen Dream until last night, because I honestly thought it was going to be kind of, not exactly a squash match, but I thought it was going to be not very long, and I thought it was going to be... I thought it was going to be decisively... I thought the match was going to go decisively into Aleister Black's corner. Like, I thought he was going to get most of the offense, and it was going to be ended quickly, kind of like an Oscar match or something.
Can I be honest with you? I'm pretty sure that match had more match than the NXT title match.
It did. It had more what?
Time. It felt like it had a lot more time.
So I'm glad that it wasn't just like your typical squash match and making Aleister look dominant. Like, both guys look good.
Both guys look really good.
Both look dominant. And Velveteen Dream made a name for himself last night. That's for sure.
He definitely has a potential now.
And I literally was like, my jaw was agape. I'm like, this guy is doing all of this? Like, this is insane, but it's awesome.
And in the match was crisp. Everything that they did in the match was
fluid,
perfect, on point, smooth. Like, it was everything that he did. Like I said, if Wargames didn't happen the same night, that would 100% be match
It was very fluid. There was like no hesitation, nothing botched. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes like things don't like get 100% botched, but sometimes you can tell there's a miscommunication and it looks a bit awkward sometimes in matches. Nothing like that.
No.
Velveteen Dream, if I hadn't been told, I would assume that he'd been wrestling as many years as Aleister Black.
No, I would agree.
And he's only like a 2 year?
3 years. They said it 3 years.
Well, the Tough Enough thing was 2 years ago, though.
But he was wrestling before. He had a year under his belt.
He came in, right?
Yeah, he had at least.
I don't know what that was, but
nobody does. Nobody does.
Probably like his backyard or something.
Probably.
But absolutely. If the Wargames match didn't happen, it would have stole the show. And I liked how with the two rings, each match alternated rings. Did you notice that?
I enjoyed that. I thought that was really
cool.
Good.
That was cool.
It was really good for the fans of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But that, honestly, it was a great match throughout. But let's move on from that one, because Cassius Ohno faced Lars Sullivan, and honestly, probably the star-making match of the night, because Lars Sullivan, we're going to be talking about him like we were talking about Braun Strowman in a couple of years. Legitimately. That dude is a fucking beast. And everything the Cassius did look good. Yeah. Everything, all the elbows. I thought
the match could have been a little longer, but it was still really good.
It was perfect. It was the perfect amount of time for Lars because he's still green. So anything longer, it could have got shaky.
That's true.
But I figured to open the show, two heavyweights just going at it, it's a great way to open the show. I enjoyed that match 100%.
No, I mean, I agree and was glad that Lars won, but a part of me was a little sad that Cassius lost, only because I want so much more for Cassius. But
I agree.
He's already established, so he should probably be good, right?
Yeah, no,
I want him to be in the world title picture very soon.
Oh, he will be, and he will be, especially with once we get into the main event, because that will play a big part in Cassius getting a title.
Okay, so him losing last night didn't have anything to do with him losing momentum.
All that match did was make Lars Sullivan.
And I'm aware of that, and I'm happy for it, but I hope. At the same time, I'm I hope this isn't a step back for Ono.
Because if you watch, like I said, if you watch that whole match, Ono looked dominant the whole match. He just got caught at the end.
Right. I wish we could call him Hero. I will admit that some WWE names I like more. I like Neville more than Pac. I like Ambrose more than Moxley. I like Rollins more than Tyler Black. But
no, I'm gonna be honest. I like Tyler Black more.
I don't know, but I wish that he got to keep Chris Hero.
See, I think the only reason he didn't get to keep it was because he made the switch and then he left and then came back. So
maybe
continuity-wise, it made a lot.
But how come all the other guys get to keep their names coming in now, like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish?
You can thank Samoa Joe for that one.
How did he have anything to do with that?
Just because he already had that star power, probably. He was the only.
So you think
he was the first one, really? Because it was him and then AJ, and then the ball started.
What do you think he got into Triple H's ear and asked him if it was cool if they could keep their name or something?
Yeah, and I think he just realized, look, my name has a lot of star power.
Punk was always able to keep his name too.
I think it was the same. I think it was the same reason why Punk. The same reason why Samoa Joe got to keep his name was the same reason why Punk got to keep his name. Because of that indie cred and all that stuff.
But this is a time.
I don't even think AJ Styles.
2006 though. That was a time when WWE didn't really show people indie guys that much appreciation.
You're true. You're right. But
so that was.
But at that time, there were a lot of guys coming in with their names they used outside of companies. But that was because there were a lot of guys coming back from the Attitude Era at that point.
True. What match are we on now?
Well, after the Lars Sullivan match, they
that was good, by the way.
They showed the UK guys up front, and at first I was really confused why they didn't have Pete Dunne sitting with them until you told me that apparently him and Jordi Gargano had a match that's going to be on taping next week, which is fucking awesome. That's a match that's going to be a fucking match and a half. I wish you said it before we got on, but now I'm thinking about it. I kind of agree with you. I wish that would have been on the show because that's going to be a great match.
Right. I kind of wish it would have been on the show too because you can always look back and be look how great this takeover was, and it was. But imagine how much better it could have been even on top of that. However,
because that would have been a technical masterclass.
But they could have done it if they would have why can't they? These are pretty much like pay-per-views in my opinion, right? Why don't they just make them 3 hours? Why does that only have to be 2.5? It's odd to me, I
think it works for NXT, honestly.
But
I think it just NXT on a shorter condenser show. I do think it works.
True, but I think if they gave them 3 hours, we could have tacked on this match.
Oh yeah, I don't think it would have made. I don't think it would have made a huge difference. But I can see both ends.
However, I will say this: most of the after takeover shows, obviously they film it before, but most of the time it's kind of But now this is going to be must see. So now I usually just kind of fast forward through the post takeover shows because a lot of it's just highlights of takeover if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
But with this match now taking place, it's suddenly become must see, at least that match.
It reminds me of when they had Charlotte on the first Brooklyn takeover. They had her on the show afterwards.
Oh yes, and same thing with Becky.
Yeah, because it was a tag team match.
And also American Alpha.
Yeah, now think about it.
Ago, right?
I remember that match exactly.
American Alpha too.
But it was Becky and Charlotte versus Emma and Dana. And remember, Emma picked the one she wasn't supposed to get?
No.
Was the ref watch?
I don't remember that.
I remember that, yes. But
I remember Alpha opened up the show, and so did Enzo and Cass.
You're right. But
that's back when I actually liked Enzo and Cass.
But fuck the tag teams, because right now, speaking of the women, that women's fatal 4-way match last night was also a very great match. Peyton Royce is one of the most underrated women on the roster. I'm saying that right now. She is an extremely talented woman. She is damn sexy. She
I don't know. I think
star.
I think I don't think she's underrated or overrated. I think she's right where she needs to be.
I just don't hear her name getting thrown around a lot when you talk about top one of NXT. She really deserves it because she was great in this match.
She was good. Don't get me wrong. I think she's talented. I just don't think she's anything that special. That's just my opinion.
See,
she hasn't done enough to like wow me or floor me. You know what I mean?
That's where I disagree because you're right. She hasn't done a lot, but that's where she impressed me because with the minimal of what she's done, she's impressed me with what she has accomplished.
I will say this though, like when she sold all those moves, especially like the closing spot with Ember Moon,
yes,
it was really good. It kind of reminded me of like Dolph Ziggler selling shit.
That's what impressed me. She's an extremely good seller.
No, like I'm sure that I will come around on the Peyton Royce bandwagon soon enough, but like so far, and she definitely is probably going to get caught up soon and deserves it. But so far, I wasn't like, wow, that Peyton Royce though. But like, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like I'm just saying like,
but yeah, she was impressive last night. It's not like she was like, okay, let's just say this. It's not like she's fucking Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan sucks. Okay, she's way better.
Let me put it this way, actually, to compare it to another Fatal 4-Way that happened. She was the Becky Lynch of this Fatal 4-Way. Because if you go back and watch the original Fatal 4-Way women's match, like at one of the first few takeovers that happened,
the horsewoman thing,
yes, Becky was the one that nobody really talked about going in that match, and look how much Becky has exploded over the last couple of years.
She's still my favorite.
I honestly think Peyton Royce is on that trajectory.
Okay, I'm probably
really
right. I had to, I don't know. Maybe it's because all the other females were so much focused on them. You kind of was just
there was a lot of focus.
I was like, Peyton Royce. I honestly thought I actually had a feeling for some reason that she was going to win last night and an upset victory because she was the only heel in that match. In WWE, you know how much WWE...
You could kind of argue Nikki Cross is a heel.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's like a crazy tweener, literally. But
yeah, no, that's probably
for some reason, WWE is high on having heel champions for like 90 years. But at least on the main roster.
It works better with the heel champion. I see where you're coming with that.
But all four women were very impressive, but I'm on the...
Kairi Sane killed it.
That was great. The insane elbow, so good.
Oh my god, it's still the greatest elbow drop I've ever seen.
But I'm very happy with the result because I really love Ember Moon, and
she deserved it.
I wanted her to beat Asuka, but I'm kind of glad that they waited now because Asuka still has an undefeated streak.
And with Asuka giving her the belt at the end of the night, it really tied that story together.
So you were happy as well with the result?
Oh, 100%.
Did you have a preference of who you wanted to win?
I kind of wanted Kairi Sane to win just because she's been on such a big momentum since...
the Mae Young Classic.
And I felt like Ember Moon's time had passed a little bit because she's main roster ready. But I think they want people to realize like they want her to look legitimate like before she comes in. Well, she already does. Oh yeah, no,
you know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
It's because you know what I think they did it because they had to she lost some momentum losing to Asuka, so they had to bring her back up and say hey, look, she actually is good. You know?
And I truly think if she didn't get injured, she was going to win the belt in that Fatal 4-Way match.
At San Antonio.
Yes.
Or the one was it San Antonio?
The one that got changed to the triple threat match. I think it was San Antonio.
No. It was the one in Illinois. It was the Chicago.
You're right. Yeah, it was Chicago.
Which was it when?
That was months ago.
Like June.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
I forgot about the
I
forgot about the Chicago show. That was after Orlando, but before Brooklyn, right?
She was supposed to be in that. Yeah. She was supposed to be in that match, but she got injured. I honestly, truly believe
it was May or June.
I truly believe she was going to win the belt.
I agree. But I was also it was a toss up between Ember and Nikki for me because I love Nikki too. I love the crazy thing.
Honestly, I really didn't think Nikki was going to walk out with this belt.
I didn't really think so either, but I don't know about you, but I'm a big Nikki Cross.
Oh, I love her. Don't get me wrong. I just the only reason I see her winning the title is if they plan on doing the whole stable holds the gold.
I was just going to say that, goddammit. You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, because Sanity already has the gold, I thought it'd been sweet to see him just have all the gold. Because I fucking love Nikki.
Who wins the NXT Championship out of that group? Because I think I know who you're going to say, and I don't think you're going to like who I would say.
EY?
Because I would say Big Damo.
True, but he's kind of more like the muscle. He's kind of like He's kind of like the Roman Reigns in the group. Before Reigns was he's the boy.
He's a lot hairier version of Roman Reigns. He's a hairy man.
Well, either Damo or EY, just not.
And yes, to everybody out there, he is still Big Damo. Fuck Killian Dame. He's always going to be Big Damo.
That's another example that I like the indie name more.
I love Big Damo.
I like that name more than Killian Dane for sure. And now between Aleister Black and Tommy End, I'm kind of on the fence.
No, I like Aleister Black. That's a great name.
I'm not sure which one I prefer.
That name fits him so much better than Tommy End. I always thought Tommy End was a stupid name.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm not really sure. You know, it's a really dumb name. Bork Lesnar.
Bork Lesnar versus
You know about Bork Lesnar,
versus AL Stoodles.
AL Stoodles.
Yes.
Yeah, but Styles is probably going to fucking lose, so we'll get there later.
We'll get that later. But
I just saw the damn screen. I'm like, fuck.
But it's a good segue, because let's roll on to the NXT Championship match. Cien Almas versus Drew McIntyre.
I was fucking shocked.
You know why I wasn't shocked?
Nope.
Because you could tell halfway through that match he tore his bicep, which came out later that night that they're looking for MRIs.
See, I watched it and I didn't actually fucking notice.
You could tell. You could tell his arm. Like, if you look at his arm during the match, you can see the muscle rolled up. Like, you can see it.
So wait, you don't think so? Alistair, I almost wasn't supposed to win the title. That was like a last-minute decision.
I truly think he was supposed to win the match 100% to begin with.
Okay.
Almost. Because if you think storyline-wise, it works. Because who are the next guys to go after the championship? Ono's definitely a name that comes to mind. Aleister Black, he's ready.
It's about it, really. What the hell's going on with Hideo Itami? Where's he at?
I keep hearing that he's going to be up on NXT or 205 Live soon, which I think would be a great spot for him. Yes, I think I know. I see your face there. People can't see your face, but it's a face of disgust and question. I think that's a good spot for him.
Mostly just confusion.
No, I know. I think it's a good spot for him because 205 Live needs guys like him to come into the division to give it credibility.
Because look at how much a point because Aries is gone now. Neville, we don't know what's going on with Neville.
Apparently, he's going to be coming. I keep hearing that they're working some out. For what I know for sure, is WWE isn't releasing him. That's the 100%.
Sweet if he somehow came out tonight to win a match.
It's possible. He could come out during the Cruiserweight match.
I wish he
100% possible.
I know. I wish he was like fuck that. I wish he was like he had something to do with like the Survivor Series match. Like,
well, here's my thing though. I think I feel like he's got to come back into the NXT champion at least or 205 Live
Cruiserweight Championship
at least one time because I want to see him go back to the Cruiserweight division and then fight his way out. So that builds a road for people to get out of the 205 Live Cruiserweight division.
Oh, that's true. Kind of like Austin Aries option C.
Yes, in a way, yes. Kind of
like that segue, that transition.
Kind of even like going back to WCW, like when Benoit started transitioning out of the Cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
As much as people talk shit on that Cruiserweight division, that did happen. Mm-hmm. So I think that does need to happen. So I feel like he has to start out at least.
Yeah.
At least for like a month on 205 Live.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. You got to get out of it, Got to get him out of it.
Yeah, you can't just like he's instantly out of it because then you're kind of just leaving all the other cruiserweights behind, which is like
yeah, that's true.
Like Neville's a guy that can do that, but it's very selfish to think.
He's got to redeem himself and then move on.
Exactly.
So, are we still talking about Almas and
well, yeah,
McIntyre?
We were talking. Yeah, to get back into the title talk.
I'm glad. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't like unhappy. I was just shocked.
It was shocking. It was 100% shocking.
Don't get me wrong. I have never been high on Almas's character, but I can't deny his in-ring ability.
Tell me that
it's so good, and also ever since he's been partnered with Zelina, he's like he's such a good established heel now because it kind of reminds me of Miz and Maurice kind of.
No, it's a totally different dynamic because the way that she keeps him in check and the way that she gets involved, the foot on the rope was perfect.
That's true. Maurice would get involved too, but like not as much as she is. Like she's been doing like fucking hurricanranas on Almas's opponent, which is awesome.
Like she's awesome. Vega is fucking. That was the best thing that happened.
In TNA, I remember from TNA. Wasn't she in LAX or something like that?
Yes, I can't remember what her name was.
And wasn't she married to Austin Aries?
I do not know that.
I think she was, dude. Pretty sure Austin Aries was hitting that.
If he is, he's fucking lucky because she's sexy.
Now I wonder if she actually. I think they're not together anymore. I wonder if she might have a real. Like 99% of the time, on screen relationships turn to real life relationships. Did you notice that?
Well, that even happens in Hollywood because here's what you got to think: you're faking that relationship all the time. Sooner or later, you're going to trick your mind. That's why,
that makes perfect sense.
That's why, if you look at the affair rates in Hollywood, that's why they're so high.
Dude, I never even thought about that.
Yeah. No, that's something.
You're tricking your mind.
Because you're right. Because how many times look at Edge and Lita,
Triple H and Stephanie,
even Stone Cold and Deborah back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Technically, you can even say Daniel Bryan and the Bellas. Because remember when he first became the U.S. champion, they came out with him.
Even John Cena and Nikki Bella, those are people.
Brie.
No, I said John Cena and Nikki.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. But I'm saying even those two. Like, there's a lot of them. Even like you could even go as far to say like Naomi and Jimmy Uso. Where's Jimmy? Right? Or is it Jay?
I don't fucking
know. One of the Usos. I don't know for sure. But to get back to start with, I don't know. We're getting into tabloid shit. To get back to the wrestling aspect of it, it sucks that McIntyre's injured because
I honestly didn't notice.
Yeah, no, and you could tell after the match that something was up. Like I said, you could tell during the match. I could see it.
Okay.
Because he's got big biceps, but you could see something was fucked up with his biceps, and he wasn't using his arm much. But
I think I was walking in and out of the room, to be honest.
But tell me, that DDT that finished the match, that thing was devastating.
It looked brutal. It wasn't botched, was it?
Oh, no, I think it was done absolutely right.
Okay.
It was gorgeous.
It was. It just looked very brutal.
That's a DDT that would make Jake the Snake Roberts proud.
Right.
Legitimately.
But it was so brutal, I was wondering, like, was that actually supposed to happen?
No, that was
what I mean?
That was 100% a perfect finish.
But it was awesome.
But that was, if you think that was brutal, that had nothing to do with the brutality that we saw in Wargames.
Oh, yeah.
Because Wargames was 100% every single ounce of hype that it lived up to. It lived up to it. Every single ounce of it. Mm-hmm. Everything that we thought it was going to be and talked it up to be, it was.
Real quick, though, before we get into that, was there any updates today on McIntyre's condition? Do you know how long he's going to be out?
They said they were going to take him for X-rays and MRIs, and that was about it.
All right, well, so we'll have an update on that next week.
Yeah, next week we'll have an update on that.
But yes, Wargames, my God, was it fucking epic. It's totally lived up to its name. Mind you, I was to get prepared for this match, because I was so pumped for it. I've never actually seen a Wargames match in my life, so I went back on the network and watched all of them in order.
Well, here's the thing. With
I was like pissed when I found out there wasn't going to be a roof and all that, but then it actually ended up working out.
No, it worked perfectly. And this Wargames was different than any other Wargames that you've ever seen. Because I can't remember weapons getting involved in Wargames like it did.
No.
There was blood everywhere throughout the match. Alexander
in the PG era, by you.
There was nothing about this match that was peaceful.
Well, I'm saying, like, they're not supposed to have blood. That's why when blood does happen, you know it's epic because it's unplanned.
And it was like they couldn't like take him out of the ring either. Like he was stuck. They were stuck in there.
If they did that shit, I'd be pissed because what's the point of having a Games match?
It was.
They should just fucking allow blood again. Make it TV-14.
Yeah, no. It was definitely war. I loved how they started the match with Adam Cole.
Baby.
Fucking love. Still love Adam Cole. So glad that he got the pin in this match. He needed the pin in this match. There was nobody else.
I agree. The Undisputed Era needed that victory.
I'm not even saying to that point. I'm saying Adam Cole was the only person in this match that could have made the pin. The only person. He needs it in the most way because he's the newest. He is the newest guy on the roster. And don't be shocked if he's NXT champion within.
Right. And for the people that are unfamiliar with him, if the people that are unfamiliar with him, they especially him and O'Reilly and Fish, they need to like prove themselves like more for the people that are unaware of them. You know what I mean?
That's why this match was so big for him. But it starts with them, EY, and Roger Strong in the ring starting it off, which is like, dude, these three perfect guys.
I love Roddy's gear.
Oh, it was so cool that he dressed up with AOP.
I'm not going to lie. I've always was kind of on the fence with Roddy. I think I'm officially a fan now after last night.
He proved himself last night.
Dude, he was. Everybody was so fucking good. There wasn't one person out of that 9-man dynamic.
None of them.
Not one person didn't fucking prove himself.
Like Alexander Wolf, like I said, he's
underrated.
When he gave that suplex to Razor or Ankum, whichever it was, he legit busted his fucking skull open,
back of his head,
and finished the match.
Did you see the puddle of blood on the table?
Yes, and then he finished the fucking match. That dude proved so much to me last night.
I kind of think he's underrated. I think
100%. After last night, 100%.
Oh my fuck yes.
Yes, I 100% agree.
And also, last night also made me realize, like, okay, they made the correct decision putting the championships on Sanity.
Yes.
And fucking Big Damo, fucking clearing house, killing fucking everybody.
Even like the part. I love the part when like
the coast to coast.
No, the double when he did the fall away Samoan suplex drop, whatever the fuck it's called. And then the other side, Razor did it, and then those two went at it. I fucking love that part. That was one of my favorite parts of the match.
He pulled a Shane McMahon. He did a coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Was it Fish or was it? Yeah, it was Riley.
It was O'Reilly. But not only was the coast to coast cool, the whole time he's climbing the roof, he's like, you know what? Watch this out. I'm about to fuck this out. Watch this out.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it. I fucking loved it. And then after that, the suplex from Roddy on Adam Cole off the top of the cage on everybody. That was fucking crazy.
Did you hear the crowd? Please don't die. please don't die.
I was at home thinking it. I was like, that's fucking.
Because it was taking so long. I was like, what are they gonna do? Getting kind of scared.
It was legitimately like nerve wracking. And that match, like, bravo to all 9 men in that match.
Absolutely.
I will not be shocked if we see Wargames happening on the main roster very soon.
But honestly, the only thing I might have done differently is I might have released each team member one at a time on their own separate shark cages. That might have been the only thing I would have done differently. But I think it came down to
I think the only reason
time constraints.
That's what I think. And then with having with 3 teams, I'm pretty sure when it's with 2 teams, they do go in one at a time.
Yes, they did.
Which
back in the day, but also they got rid of the coin toss and all that. That was bullshit, anyways. Because when I went back and watched his matches, every single time the heels got the fucking the advantage, which was obviously fucking fake. You know?
Oh yeah, no, it definitely.
Honestly, the last 3 War Games weren't that good because it was all like NWO, just like dominating and shit.
Those
but dude, if you go back and watch the ones from the late '80s,
you gotta
early
go find
'90s
the Flair ones
with Dusty Rhodes and
the
Flair
Horsemen.
Dude, they were fucking awesome. The best one I saw was either probably the one from Great American Bash '89 or the one that had Austin was one in '92.
Oh, the one with the Dangerous Alliance. That was a good one.
Dude, the Dangerous Alliance was so like those ones were really good. And I think for the modernized version that we saw last night, it lived up to its name, and it was very epic, very good.
Yeah, no doubt. No,
that was almost the 5 stars.
I'd give it 5. I honestly would not be shocked.
5 stars.
I can't think of anything that would have made that match better. Legitimately, I can't think of anything. They went above and beyond with everything that was expected out of them.
They did, and that match had to have like a running time of like 45 minutes.
It was up there. That match went on for a while. So it didn't fucking feel like it though.
So actually,
that's the crazy part.
Imagine if they did release each member team at a time. It would have been an hour match.
It would have been an hour match,
which would have been epic.
That would have been epic. But
actually going back to the old War Games, they were actually only like no longer than a half hour.
Yeah, no.
So that's because the action was actually like it wasn't just like a clusterfuck. It was actual brutality going on.
Yeah, no. See this.
Not to say that the old ones weren't brutal, but you know, it was like it was the old style of wrestling, not doing a whole lot of crazy shit, but it was still entertaining.
Yeah, no, it was just that time. They're different matches, and I think this match helped out a lot with them be able to do all kinds. But
you're right.
Crazy shit.
I don't think there was one that had all those weapons in there because I only seen them like improvise, like Heyman, and the one was trying to put his phone in. And like one point, Larry Zbyszko and one of them had like a turnbuckle, but like no, they didn't do anything last night where Dame would put all the weapons, and this shit was awesome. So, but yeah, Takeover War Games was an amazing event. Do you want to get into Survivor Series now?
Yeah, I think because War Games was great, but let's talk about the show that's happening tonight. The show that really what we're here to discuss.
God, Enzo looks ridiculous.
Enzo's coming out right now with his Supreme jacket on, with his fucking. He thinks he's a boxer, but we're in wrestling.
And, you know, I still can't stand him.
I'm starting to lose my. I liked him again when he turned heel, but I'm starting to lose him again.
I know.
Really quick.
I kind of liked him a little bit because it's like, yeah, he's putting the cruiserweight division on the spotlight, on notice, and then now he's just the same fucking thing, man. That's how he is in real life, pretty much.
Well, I agree with you, and seeing how this match is going on, we might as well just start with this match. So Enzo versus Kalisto here.
Are we going to talk about the pre-show?
I mean, since the match is on, we might as well talk about it right now. I think Enzo's probably going to walk out with the belt, 100%.
Probably.
100%. I don't see Kalisto winning the belt.
Right. And, you know, I like Kalisto, but I'm not like, oh my God, Kalisto. You know what's actually crazy? I never thought SmackDown actually somehow accomplished. Like they kind of sort of made me care about Sin Cara.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that I care about more Sin Cara than.
I was like, fuck this guy, but dude, he beat Corbin and had his number almost. Also, I like how they took the eyes off his mask, like it was like more, and they made him talk. Yeah, that was cool. So I'm like, okay, maybe Sin Cara still does have a career in 2017, but maybe. It's like Kalisto.
They were signed with 3-year deals, so they better hope he does.
Kalisto is like, you know what I mean? He's mad. Yeah. He's mad. I don't think it's his fault that he's mad.
You know what his problem is? You know what his gimmick is? It's Rey Mysterio light. That's his problem.
And he looks too much like him. It sounds too much like him. No, and I'm not even. I'm not like being like stereotypical here. Yeah. He just kind of does.
If you want, you can move this forward.
Oh,
just this.
All right.
Oh yeah. So you don't have to lean it all the way forward. But yeah, I just don't see Kalisto win this match.
But and the last match already happened. Elias Sampson beat Matt Hardy, so no prediction there.
Yeah, no, I'm still going to take Elias in that match anyway.
I know, but I hate to see Matt Hardy. I don't like what they're doing with Matt Hardy. I'm sorry, but they had a big opportunity, and I hate to harp on this, like Luke Harper. They had a big opportunity.
They'll be debuting next week, by the way.
Fuck, that'd be awesome if they would have debuted tonight, but I know that would have been. But they had such an opportunity. You know, with the whole delete thing and all that, like they could have, even though they had the legal changes, They could have like did the Woken thing like they were alluding to, and like so like they're basically just gonna screw Matt over in the fucking bottom and mid card division until Jeff comes back. It's like, but shit,
Even when Jeff comes back, don't be shocked if Jeff goes on a single run.
Right? But didn't they learn it in the past and like and what he did in TNA that like Matt Hardy is a good singles competitor? Why can't they just push him
now
while Jeff's out?
Now here's my question on this whole Woken, whatever it is. What worries me with this whole thing is I feel like too much time has passed.
I know.
I feel like it would be really stale now. Like I honestly like I'm at the point where I'm losing interest in seeing it coming back.
It's been like what, like 9 months?
It's been a while. It's been to the point where TNA has not only plugged their stupid pay-per-views where it had nothing but WWE stars on it, had their Bound for Glory that nobody gave a fuck about, and are almost dying.
Oh, there's one person I know they gave a fuck about it.
Not many, one person. But we'll fuck GFW, TNA, Impact, what the fuck it is.
But I was just saying, I just wish that the Hardy Boys, because they had such
that was fucking wild.
They had
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Kalisto just did like a fucking catapult sunset. That was fun. I don't even know what to call it. It was fucking wild.
But the Hardys had such an impactful re-debut at WrestleMania. It's just a shame that they can't do more with him. You know, that's all.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I agree with like having which member is from the Revival? Which member is out right now? Dawson, right?
Yeah, Dawson.
Who's the other one? Wilder.
Yeah.
I agree with them keeping them both out because like you know. We know them as a tag team. Like, they need to be together as a unit.
They're a tag team.
Matt Hardy was a singles competitor, a successful singles competitor in WWE, in TNA, and I just they could do something with him while Jeff's out. It's just bullshit, that's all.
I truly think it's just they never saw Matt as a single star, ever.
Right. Well, hopefully something will pick up with Matt when Jeff comes back. And what's the third pre-show match?
It is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Breezango, which I'm happy Breezango is getting a match on the card.
Breezango.
But I'm very upset that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on the kickoff.
Right. I still think we'll see them at the end of the night, though.
But
we have to, dude.
I agree with that. I agree
if we don't, I'm going to be highly shocked and disappointed.
I wouldn't be shocked if they show up in the World Championship. Like
what interest would they have in that match?
Kevin Owens never got his title match back. Remember when he lost? He never got his match back.
But how was that his fault? He got drafted to SmackDown.
That's why he's going to ruin the match for AJ.
Oh, he'll help AJ win or lose.
Yeah, I'll get into that in a little bit.
Wait, who'll help him win or lose?
That's what I'm saying. I'm teasing it. I'll get to that in a little bit.
All right.
Because I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to win this match. Because I think that they do have a future as a tag team. Don't be shocked if they're tag team champions in the future.
I can see that. But
it's sad because Breezango could use the win also.
Yeah.
But let's move on from this.
That Stranger Things thing was hilarious, by the way.
That was really good. I haven't seen Stranger Things, but
dude, check it out. It's a damn good show.
I just got Netflix back. My buddy.
I just got done with season 2. Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I hadn't done Netflix for the longest time. I just got it back yesterday.
Did you ever finish Glow?
No, I was
watch that. Finish that too.
Here's my question: Did you ever watch that 30 for 30 on Ric Flair?
No. How do I watch it?
Is it watch ESPN?
Is it on the men?
It's on
Xfinity.
I don't know about that, but if you go through Watch ESPN, you can sign in with your Xfinity stuff.
Yeah, I need to see that. I heard somebody was suing him over something about that.
No, he's suing the producer because the producer didn't give him a bunch of money for it.
Oh. Did they say on there he fucked 10,000 women? Is that true?
Yes, I believe every word.
Wouldn't his dick have fallen off?
No, I just think that you just get used to it by then.
Fuck, man, I'm jealous.
Yeah, no, I'm jealous.
Well, I'll have to check that out, but
it was very good. It was 100% everything. It was good. It was very good.
But anyway, Sami and Owens, I agree. I think we can see them down the road as the future tag team champions, but I still think they almost have to come out tonight. I think they're going to fuck over Team SmackDown and help Team Raw win.
See, that's the logical one. I think that sooner or later they're going to have to explain why Kevin Owens never got that title shot back, and I think that with Sami behind him now.
I don't know. You know how they
I think yours is more likely going to happen.
You know how they are with Lesnar. Lesnar's probably just going to win clean because he's fucking Lesnar.
Probably. Well, let's move on to that match. Lesnar versus AJ. You think
he wins clean? That's it. I don't even want to keep talking about it because Lesnar.
No, I think it's going to be a competitive match.
Yeah, but Lesnar's still going to win clean. It's just bullshit. We all thought and said that Joe. Well, at the very least, we were right about Joe and Strowman looking strong against Brock, respectively. But we said that, but if Joe probably should have beat Lesnar, which he didn't. We said, okay, well, maybe they're saving him for Strowman, who should have beaten him, and he fucking didn't. It's just like, but here's the thing, though. Styles could still win this match because the title is not on the line.
I think that has a lot, it's going to play a part.
But at the end of the day, it's always, it's kind of like Lesnar wins, fuck you, JK.
But here's the thing with Les. It's different between like when Lesnar doesn't win his match all the time and when Cena wins match all the time. Because if it was a real fight, Brock Lesnar's going to win every time. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the baddest men on the planet.
Why I've always had gone back and forth with him. I'm kind of, like I said, even though I haven't been hating him as much. Like he's come around for me a little bit, only because his last series of matches have been very good.
Yeah,
but I'm kind of just like
this match is gonna be great.
And I know I said this 100,000 times, and I'm beating a dead horse, but I kind of just am over the whole part-timer being champion thing, and I'm ready.
Yeah, if you want to hear that argument, check out our YouTube page, or we have that. That's one of our first podcasts, the part-timer debate. Go check that out.
I'm just ready for a full-timer to go with the title. I don't even care if it's Reigns at this point. Fuck it, let him have it. Give the Reigns the tag team titles. Let the fucking Shield hold all the titles. I don't care. Nope, what?
I just don't want to see Roman Reigns the belt.
Well, here's the thing. He's going to lose it eventually.
Oh, he's going to.
I would just rather have a full-timer have it in the part-time.
If you were 100% right, it's probably going to be Roman Reigns. I still just don't want that.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying I want it either, but at this point, I'm just saying I would prefer a full-timer has it. I'm sick of this part-time bullshit. Yes, to a degree. I will say that there are good things about it. I don't hate it completely because it does make it seem more special when the title matches happen.
Yes.
But at the same time, I want to see the champion, I want to see the champion wrestle on the show, and occasionally I would like to see the title maybe even get defended on Raw. I'd like to see the champion actually wrestle and appear on the show, and it just gets.
But you do have to admit too, we have seen a lot more Brock Lesnar this year than we did see last year.
But he's never fucking wrestled on Raw since he's been back. It's bullshit. But I know. I mean,
but that's just because that's just contract.
I know
that's just not going to happen.
I know, but it's just like here's the thing: they did this back in 2014. And it's like, why? I don't need to see it again in 2017.
Like I said, he's been on Raw a lot more than he was back then. A lot more.
I will say the only good that came out of it is we got to see that awesome Fatal 4-Way match at SummerSlam. The awesome match with him and Joe, Great Balls of Fire. Still can't believe it.
Braun.
So I will say that I'm not saying it's completely bad. I'm just over it.
And now we get to see a legitimate dream match in AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good that is coming out of him being the champion. But you're right, Brock Lesnar's probably going to win this match.
I'm just kind of over it. That's all. But but at least there's good that comes out of it, and I will admit that. But what match do you want to talk about next?
To talk about next, we might as well move on.
It's a big fucking card again, isn't it?
It's not as big, honestly. But I want to move on to the Shield versus the New Day. Speaking of Roman Reigns and all that. Because
pumped for that.
Shield has to win, right?
I think
because this is technically their actual reunion.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had their first actual reunion on Raw, but this is their first big pay-per-view match together as unit for the first time, I believe, since Extreme Rules 2014? Question mark.
Probably,
because honestly, the last time they were together as a cohesive
it would be Extreme
unit. Rules. As a team at a pay-per-view, was it not against one of the matches with the Evolution?
I'm pretty sure, It
was Extreme Rules or the one after that. No, the turn happened in early June 2014. I remember that.
And it was right after that Extreme Rules match.
So it was either Extreme Rules or the pay-per-view after that.
I'm pretty sure it was the one after that. I think it was the Payback one.
Yes.
I think it was. I'm pretty
Payback.
Sure it was Payback.
So it's the first time in 3.5 years, man. So it needs to happen.
Yeah, no, it does.
And plus, Vince is so high in his golden boy, he can't make him.
Oh, of course, yeah. So that's why I would say take the Shield over the New Day, even though the New Day are hot as hell as always, and it's going to be a great match.
Right?
It's gonna
be a great match. You were kind of like, I'm kind of over New Day, and I'm like, no, man, I still have hope. I still have faith in them because they're so awesome.
They are evolving. I think that I think them leading the charge. Enzo won, by the way.
I will say that the shtick probably has a shelf life.
So we are 1 for 1 right now.
The shtick has a shelf life.
Yes, it does.
But so far, I'm still high on it. So don't fix it if it ain't broke yet.
And I think what I mean. And I think that series with the Usos had a lot to do because that changed my mindset on both those.
Oh wait, speaking of, if you want to transition to this real quick, if you will. Speaking of shelf life, that was what Meltzer said about James Ellsworth in his release. If you want to talk about that.
Oh, we can talk about that real quick. Well, did you hear about what the rumored storyline was going to be for James Ellsworth if he didn't get released? It was going to be released that James Ellsworth was going to turn into a trans and he was going to wrestle Charlotte at WrestleMania for the women's title. Now, if you go...
They probably didn't do that because they want to picture up the LGBT fucking community.
That's why they should have done it. It would have gotten so much...
Oh my God, that would have been hilarious.
If you would have gone on the internet right after that was announced, that he was fired and that was the storyline was going to be, people were like, oh, this is once again...
keyboard warrior.
Once again, Vince McMahon being an inconsiderate asshole. Fuck you people. This is what you call...
I would have fucking loved
This
that.
is literally what you call getting heat. James Ellsworth would be the biggest heel in wrestling.
What do you think they did with like Santino with Santina?
It would be different than that. Because Ellsworth's been bullied by the women's division. There's a story behind this. He's been bullied by the women's division since he's come to SmackDown.
Yeah.
He's gotten his ass kicked the last couple of weeks by every woman in the division. It makes total sense that he'd want to transition and get back.
And his match with Becky was awesome. It's so
That's what I'm
entertaining.
saying.
It was so Ellsworth. If you're out there listening, we want you on the show, bud.
100%. I'm on the Ellsworth train.
Me too, dude.
I don't think he would have won the match at WrestleMania. I think Charlotte would have kicked the shit out of him, and I think Charlotte would have carried him to an excellent match.
When he was in the main title picture, it was getting kind of stale. But as soon as they hooked him up with Carmella, he's been wonderful. He's been great.
Honestly,
and that was like a year now.
Yeah, and I was legitimately sad to see his release. I felt like
me too.
I feel like Meltzer's wrong on his shelf life because he had plenty of shelf life still.
Meltzer thinks he knows everything, and don't get me wrong, I love Meltzer.
He knows about 75% of the shit that's going on.
I was gonna say like 80 or 85.
Yeah. Even Jim Cornette says he's a hack. So
well, Jim Cornette's kind of insane.
But Jim Cornette's, I would take Jim Cornette's.
He whipped his dick out and wants to fight half of Canada.
But like I said, I think I would take Jim Cornette's word over Dave Meltzer's word every day. Just because Cornette's taking a bump.
Yeah. But yeah, it sucks about. What do you think? Ellsworth's probably just going to be stuck in the Indies now forever, huh?
Oh, I think I could see him going to TNA.
Maybe. I think she might start doing it in again. I could see him doing shit with Grado. And I was going to say Rockstar Spud, but I heard that Rockstar Spud is coming to 205 Live. Did you see that?
Him and Hideo are probably going to be coming around soon.
See, I actually like Rockstar Spud. So
no, I love it. I think it's great.
When I first saw him, I'm like, this guy's a fucking goon wearing a bow tie, and he looks like a fucking male dancer. But now I'm like pumped.
No, he had a great career. I'm glad he's coming.
Well, Mandrews was fucking from TNA too, but now he's
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, but they called him Mandrews in TNA. Do you remember that?
I fucking hated it.
It was He came out in a skateboard like Bart Simpson.
Like I love Mark Andrews, hated the name.
But I could see him Ellsworth doing some goofy goon gimmick. Like I can definitely see him doing shit with Grado. And I would have said Spud, but Spud's coming here now apparently. Actually, I don't even know who's all on the fucking roster. But like you said, every time I bring it up, you say fuck TNA, Drake.
Well, no, and I don't even know what the roster is because it seems like every other day somebody's leaving it.
Yeah, or coming to WWE.
Exactly.
But anyways, that sucks about Ellsworth. But Godspeed, sir. I think the best in your future endeavors.
And like you said, I said fuck GFW because we're getting back to Survivor Series.
But hey, that training storyline would have been fucking gold.
Oh no, it would have been fucking amazing. But
I love when people get pissed off. It's hysterical.
But it's a good place. It's actually a good transition point because speaking of the person that transition storyline, Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very interesting matchup.
Hey, I had a feeling that there was 2 title matches last week in SmackDown. I had a feeling one of those was going to change hands, and the one that did, I was right about, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel, but I'm glad. I'm glad it's Charlotte versus Alexa.
I hate that it happened the way it did. I'm okay with Charlotte beating Natalya for the title. I just think with the zero hype on free TV, just so they can have a Bliss versus Charlotte, I think no.
Well, man,
I was against that.
But they had, and because it was like the whole hometown thing, advantage and all that.
I'm cool with that. That I'm cool with. Like I said, the zero hype on free TV. Yeah. That's what bothers me.
Well, hey, there was kind of zero hype with Styles and Jinder too. That match wasn't even supposed to happen. It was last minute. It was supposed to be Styles versus Rusev. Remember?
That's a different subject though, because we were all okay when Natalya is champion. Nobody wanted Jinder Mahal as champion. That's the difference. I'll agree and disagree with you because as much as I like Natalya as champion, I'd much rather have Charlotte be in this match because I want to see the Queen versus the fucking Goddess, damn it. I agree with you on that.
And I still like Alexa, but I'm not as high on her as I once was. And I'm kind of getting on the Charlotte bandwagon again, and I kind of want to see Charlotte make Alexa tap out, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that one. But
I want to see her give her the figure out and go, like I said, Alexa Bliss is good, and I like her. I just don't think she's as good as WWE makes her out to be. Like she's not like she's not the best thing since sliced bread. Like she's good and she's cute and all that, but they're like booking her like she's like a fucking like the greatest. Like she's not that good.
That's why I think she's gonna win this match though.
Well, she always fucking wins.
Because I feel like booking's behind her strong. Charlotte can afford a loss like this. Alexa
I'd rather have Charlotte win.
This. Like I want to repeat myself. Alexa needs a win like this. She has wins over credible people, but they're all with an asterisk by it.
She doesn't need a win. She's the champion. She'll still be good. Yeah. Charlotte just won her championship. I think she needs the win because she just won it. That's just my opinion.
No, you're right. I mean, you're both of us are right in a way.
I'll tell you who needs a fucking victory. Well, I was going to say Sasha, but that's kind of a different.
Well, is she in the?
She's in the.
Yeah, she's in the
women's.
Well, we can move on to that one if you want.
Sure,
we can move on. To that. So it's just the recap is Alexa Fox, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley versus Becky Lynch, Naomi,
Shashka,
versus
the Shashka redemption
versus Sharmella, Tomina, and Nate Talia.
We can't English.
That last one was the best one though. Nate Talia.
Yeah. I'm impressed with both teams. However, I believe that the SmackDown team should win.
I think the SmackDown team needs the win.
I agree.
But I think Raw is going to win.
Yeah, okay. What makes you think that?
Raw with Nia Jax as the Lone Survivor. Or the Sole Survivor, whatever they call it.
Versus...
Because I think with all the shit that went on with Nia, I think that this is going to go big into helping her build her.
Probably because she was like off the show and all that. But
exactly.
Should they be rewarding her for leaving? Like, I think it's kind of fucked up.
No, the whole situation's fucked up. Let's not get it twisted. Nia's not in the right in this situation.
No, they shouldn't be rewarding her for walking off the show. They're only doing this because she's Rock's cousin, right?
And it has a lot to do with it.
I like Nia, don't get me wrong, and I understand getting frustrated, but like I don't think they should be like rewarding her. But then again, I probably like you can say like, well, okay, well Neville was frustrated and he left and blah blah blah. But I don't know. I just got mixed feelings on it. But I still like Nia and I still believe in her. And Team Raw winning, that's cool too. But I actually just think that the SmackDown women's team is more legit, and I just think that I'd rather have them
with Asuka on the team, because I think that has a big part with Raw's women's team winning. I think Asuka's not going to lose. You can't have this match be Asuka's first loss.
Oh, wait, she would have to get pinned, right?
At some point, yes.
Unless if she's
either got to pin unless she gets eliminated by disqualification. That's the only way they can save face.
I didn't even think about that. She's gonna have to be the sole survivor, or
her and Nia. I feel like Nia is.
How can Nia be the sole survivor then? If
I did contradict myself with that.
Yes, you did contradict yourself.
I did.
Well, honestly, Tony, I don't know now. Well, I'm just saying that I was just gonna say that I would rather have the SmackDown women.
You're right. The SmackDown women team needs
only because. I want the SmackDown women to win only because I want the Raw's men team to win. And I think it's got to have balance.
Bro, don't be shocked if Raw sweeps, bro.
They fucking should. I'm sorry, but Raw's...
Don't be shocked.
Should we just talk about that now or what, man?
Fuck it, let's get it.
Because their team... Look at someone right in front of a face. Their team is so much fucking better, dude.
No,
tell me they're not better.
Both teams are stacked.
Yeah, but like I'm kind of like...
But what makes their team extremely better? Because you got... Shinsuke, you got Cena, you got Rude. Those are three top competitors. And Orton. And Orton's still a top
because Orton and Shane are like meh.
They're meh. I get that. But you could also argue Kurt Angle's kind of a meh.
How was Kurt Angle meh?
Because we still don't know how good he's going to be.
We've seen him fucking wrestle like not even... Okay, well...
I saw him get gassed during a TLC match. I saw that. I saw him run out of fumes very quickly.
He was still good, though. Well,
he got carried in that match.
Last year, I think was his last official one-on-one match.
That was a year ago.
He had a month of work on his cardio. Give him credit.
Like I'm saying. But I would. But
I don't think they'd make him team captain if he's going to be gassed tonight, bro. Think about that.
But I don't know.
He had a month of work on himself.
But I don't still understand where you could get the point to say Randy Orton's
Because I'm just...
He was a champion within the last 6 months.
Because I'm just bored with him. That's all.
But he's still a credible threat in this match.
Oh, yeah. I'm not discounting him as a credible threat.
Because this SmackDown team could take this match. Because these are very, very even match teams. Both teams have legitimate star power on both sides. This is one of the better 5-on-5
I think Raw's got just a little more on the edge, but that's just my opinion.
You're right.
Mostly because they have Strowman and Triple H.
That definitely changes the game.
Now, if it would have been Jason Jordan, I would have agreed with you. But now that Jason Jordan has been replaced by Triple H, I'm kind of going with Raw on this.
Well, no, you bring up an interesting wrinkle. So
my nuts?
No, so here's the thing that I question and why I think SmackDown has a chance to win this match. Jason Jordan's going to get involved. He has to get involved. It was set up that way. And at the same time...
Do you think that was planned last minute? Like with the whole, how long do you think they knew about the Triple H thing?
I think that was. I don't think that was planned last minute. I think that was.
Well, so many other changes were made last minute.
But I think that was the storyline in general because it worked out so well.
Okay.
But I think that that's also going to play a part though. Triple H and Kurt Angle on the same team is going to play a part.
But what about still the potential of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens getting involved because they were bitter that they were not on. They didn't become a part of Team SmackDown, and they think that Shane's still out to screw them.
Yeah, no, I feel like all of that plays a part in it. And that's why, like, honestly, this is the hardest match of the night to predict by far, because it could go down any route, because literally any person in this match could be a sole survivor. I'm looking at every name. Anybody in this match could be the sole survivor. This is legitimately, like, I have a hard time thinking, going back over all the Survivor Series and all that, seeing a match that had this much star power in it.
It's been a while. I'm trying to think the last time myself. I mean, last year was even still pretty stacked, but I don't remember.
It wasn't a stack.
Who was on both teams?
See, that's the thing. I can't even remember either.
So I just know that Jericho and I know Owens were on Team Raw. That's like all I remember right now.
Let me see if I can bring it up real quick.
But yeah, I was saying about Orton. Yeah, he's still a credible threat, but I'm just like, since I'm personally not that high on him anymore, I'm just like kind of meh, you know.
Yeah, I get what
and
you're saying.
Shane, I like Shane, but I don't know. Here's you got Strowman, dude. You got Strowman, fucking Triple H, Joe, Balor, Angle. I don't know. I just think that they're more stacked. That's just my opinion.
All right, the match last year was Braun, Jericho, Owens, Reigns, Rollins versus Styles, Wyatt, Ambrose, Orton, and McMahon.
Braun wasn't as big. You know?
No, that's what I'm saying. This match did not. That match did not have this.
Fuck. Wait, where's it at?
Right, it's number 7.
Oh, AJ.
Like, there's not as big a star power in this match.
That sucks that Bray's not even on the show, but that's because he had like the fucking lupus or whatever the fuck it was.
I think that's all that was, really.
You know what I mean?
Looking back at the times for that match, that's the match.
That was a long fucking match. 52 minutes.
52-minute Survivor Series match, and the main event after that match was a minute 26.
I forgot about that bullshit.
No wonder that match went so quickly. Well,
and because Goldberg can't wrestle more than a minute. He's a 1 minute man. That's how long he lasts in bed, too.
They went 8 minutes at Mania, and it was a very, very, very funny.
No, it worked. Goldberg's match is as long as he lasts in bed. I get it.
But
how many matches we got left to cover?
Only 3 after this, so we'll go through those.
Miz and Corbin. Let's go. I want Miz.
We didn't really pick a winner for this one yet.
I said Raw.
You're gonna take Raw?
Fuck yeah.
I think I'm going to take the upset pick in SmackDown with Jason Jordan.
Wait, what did you pick for the women? Raw as well? You picked Raw?
I picked Raw for the women.
So you got to pick opposite of me, bitch.
Make it interesting.
I know.
Make it interesting.
Well, I still think Owens and Zayn are getting involved. And I actually agree. I do think that Jason Jordan's going to get involved, and I think he'll probably cost Kurt Angle elimination, but I don't think he'll cost the whole team an elimination. So I think he's going to have Kurt Angle get fucked over. But I still think Raw is going to win.
No, I think what's going to happen, I'm different of that. I think Kurt Angle is going to turn also. I think him and Jason Jordan are going to screw the Raw team. I think that's what's going to come down
to. You know what?
Because that way...
And fuck, dude, Stephanie scolded Triple H on Raw. It was almost like cringeworthy.
And I think
I know that's just like storyline, but even Meltzer was saying, like, it's almost just like not even entertaining. It's just like cringeworthy. Like, you know,
I love the new Sami Zayn.
I know he comes dancing out to his Owens music, which has no place at all. But I know it's team Kevin and Sammy.
I just love it. Because Kevin's all super serious.
It's team Sammy and team Kevin. No, it's team Kevin and Sammy.
I mean, I love it either way. You can tell it's such a weird dynamic, but it fucking works.
Well, who do you think will be the sole member left on SmackDown? I'm thinking like it was going to be
Nakamura.
I'm thinking it was going to be Strowman or Triple H for
Nakamura,
Raw, and SmackDown probably.
Maybe actually no. It's either going to be Nakamura or Rude.
Or what about Cena?
I think Cena's going to get eliminated early.
You can never count out.
I'm going to make a prediction on his elimination. I think he's going to get taken out early by Samoa Joe to put Samoa Joe over.
I don't know, man.
But
maybe.
We'll move on to this match.
Actually, that would be sick because didn't Cena say when he came back, Samoa Joe is one of the people he wanted to wrestle and he never got the opportunity yet, correct?
Exactly.
We'll see. Well, I think it's going to either be Joe or it's either going to be Strowman or Triple H left against Cena or Nakamura, and I think Raw's going to win.
No, I definitely agree with you. Yeah.
What do we got left?
We got 2 more matches. I was wrong. It's all 3 matches. We'll start with Miz versus Baron Corbin, which has been the most personal of the rivalries so far.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that it's Miz versus Corbin and not Miz versus Kalisto.
Thank God.
No. Who is it? Sin Cara. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck.
We talked about him 30 minutes ago.
I know. I'm like Kalisto. Like one of them fuckers. All right? They're all the same.
Pretty much.
Luchadors. I don't fucking know. But I am actually starting to like Sin Cara a little more. So
no, he's getting up there. We talked about that earlier. He's getting a little bit up there. But to get back to Baron Corbin,
but because of the personal like Twitter thing between Miz and Corbin, he's like, he was talking about my family again. I'm gonna slam your teeth down your fucking throat.
Yeah, he said fucking legitimately.
That immediately got me excited to see this match.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, it got me excited to see his match, but I don't think the Miz is going to win it because I think Baron Corbin needs this win.
Now, I actually agree with you, but I personally want Miz to win because I like him more.
I agree with you 100%. I just think Baron Corbin needs this win.
Honestly,
because Baron Corbin really doesn't have many wins against
Corbin's kind of getting stale a little bit.
A little bit.
What sucks is because I really think he lost his momentum since the whole briefcase bossery.
I think that had a lot to do with it. I 100%.
If he just want, you know what happened, right? He opened his mouth to a doctor about concussion issues, and did you hear about that shit?
Yeah.
If he just would have kept his mouth shut and just stayed humble, kept his mouth shut, everything would have been fine. According to plan, he'd probably be the champion right now. But I don't even know if he's ready for the world championship because he proved that he fucking isn't. But not to say the gender was ready either, but I don't. But he did impress. Is it
me or does Sami Zayn look like he has a unibrow right now?
It's just the shadow.
It looks like a huge fucking unibrow though.
It does. It's because of the shadow in his hat.
That shadow is not doing any justice to.
Hey, look, there's green fuck in the front row, right on time.
Always there, bro. I swear he's getting paid.
Dude, he has to be. How the fuck you get the same spot? Front row at every single Jesus. And then his buddy with the long hairs right next to him somewhere.
I call him douche nozzle.
Douche nozzle. I call him green fuck.
Green
bastard. Parts unknown.
Green bastard and douche nozzle. That's their new
But what were we talking about?
We were talking about Corbin.
No, like I said, Corbin was getting a little stale. I still like him, but I don't know. He still has a lot to prove. I'm actually starting to think the scene was right what he said about Corbin. So, like he's not ready yet, but like he'll get there. Well, I want Miz to win because Miz is so established and awesome. But if Corbin beat Miz, he would get his much needed momentum back.
Yeah.
Fucking Breezango goes awesome.
I love these guys. I'm glad they're actually getting back in the ring and wrestling.
Right.
It's about damn time.
But it would define Corbin as like, okay, this guy's a legit threat. We should not fuck with him now.
Oh no, he definitely needs it.
So I actually, I want Miz to win, but I think Corbin should win, and I'm also going to have Corbin as my prediction.
All right. So we'll head on to the last match then. It's the Bar versus the Usos.
I fucking love the Bar, and I fucking love the Usos.
No, this is going to be a great match. This is going to be a legitimately great match. I think this is a tough one to choose too. Because I want to go with the Bar, but at the same time, I want to go with the Usos.
This is kind of fucked because I have no idea on this one.
Yeah, no, this is a tough one. This
could literally go either way.
You know what? I think
it not.
I think I'm going to go with the Bar the same reason you went with Charlotte, with them just getting
right.
I think that's going to play a factor into it.
And as big as this card is, what is it, like 8-9 matches? This is hard.
No, there's only 7 matches.
Oh. Well, then again,
a big pre-show.
I was going to say that this one might steal the show, but then again, there's so many other matches. But I can at least guarantee this. This will most likely be one of the best matches on the show.
I think that I can agree with that one for sure.
You do realize this is 2 of the best tag teams on the planet right
now. Oh, I do know that.
So
yeah,
there's no way it could not be amazing.
Oh no, it's definitely going to be amazing, and I can't wait to watch it. But to watch it, that means we have to do the unenvious task.
But wait, what are you going with Bar?
I'm going with the Bar.
Fuck, I'm going with the Bar too.
All right, well, we're going to both go with the Bar, and like I said, this is going to be a really, really good show. But the only way we can figure out that show is by ending the podcast, which means this has been the Phenomenal Podcast, episode 27.
With your boys,
the backside boys. I don't know why I said that.
The backside boys.
That was definitely
that.
a gay joke I used to make about Backstreet Boys.
Well, they're throwing I thought they were throwing like tampons at them.
No, they're throwing red cards. They're kicking them out of the match. We're playing soccer all of a sudden, but we're gonna shut this down. We're gonna get ready to watch.
Shut it the fuck down. Get your liquor license.
Exactly.
That was John.
That's the man.
Man,
the myth, the legend.
He should be president.
It's kind of hard to do from the grave, but
what's that?
I said this is really hard to do from the grave.
Taffer's not dead.
Who said that was like?
No, I said John Tafford.
Oh, John Tafford.
From Bar Rescue.
He's not drunk. He won.
You like John?
He's cool.
Tafford.
Yeah, he's cool. But we gotta end the podcast.
No, I wasn't talking about John F. Dunsworth.
Fuck John Tafford. We gotta end the podcast. This has been the Phenomenal Podcast.
All right!
I'm turning you down. This has been the Phenomenal Podcast, episode 27. If you like what you hear, give us a like and subscribe on the Goonland Production page. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Phenomenal Podcast, twitter.com/Phenom Podcast. Still working on the rest of this stuff. This has been a good episode. Drake, how excited are you for Survivor Series?
My nads are pumped to the max.
To the core. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next week.